Hi, this is Jenna Gunn, and I am here to read you the first chapter, possibly the second chapter too. We'll see how it goes, as a tease for Clash Landing, the new book that I have on Amazon. This book releases on May the 24th, 2022. So this depends on the date you watch this video or listen to this video as to whether the book is live or if it's still on pre-order. So I'm going to jump right in, and this first chapter is from Mako's perspective. Chapter 1. The South American heat smacks at me, soaking my shirt the instant I walk out of the San Miguel airport. Yep, I'm back. A familiar scent in the air, pollution mixed with earthy jungle, wraps around me. San Miguel, I didn't expect to see you again so soon. War-torn countries have a way of pulling me into their vortex. It can be exciting, but I'm not sure if it's good for me in the long run. But hey, no one lives forever. Ironic that I'm back here after chasing my mark around the world. I sure hope it goes better than last time. I nearly lost a team member here in a shootout. The upside was she fell in love along the way. Shouldering my backpack, I cross the scorching hot tarmac. Heat rises in shimmering waves around the small plane that is my ticket to the next destination. This time, the stopover in the capital of San Miguel is a short pass-through, a hop on the way to neighboring Angelito. That's where the real work will take place, hopefully. Welcome aboard. The aging pilot swipes at the perspiration on his brow. I'm the last one to board. Seconds later, he's closing the door. Soon we're moving toward the smaller runway where the regional planes take off and land. In the seat next to me, the pilot talks to the tower on his radio, but I ignore all of it, instead pulling out a tattered photo. The crumpled image has been in my pocket for over a year. It feels at home in my hand now. The creases and edges are now familiar to my calloused fingertips. Brow furrowed, I study the image that I don't have to examine anymore. She's tattooed on my brain now. For the first time, the beautiful face looking back at me has a name to go along with it. Dr. Erica Cerna, a wily, breathtaking creature. Stormy blue eyes like the windswept Atlantic, full bottom lip with a little scar along its edge, determination in her sharp jaw, almost as if the glance at the camera was aimed right at me in challenge. Find me if you can. More nights than not, her image haunts my dreams. She should be nothing but a mission. It's stupid, really. But apparently I have no control over the way she's invaded my life. Tucking the slip of photo paper away, I look out the plane window toward the outline of San Miguel's grimy city, but my thoughts are not on what's out there. Erica made that impossible. The pressure has been building for far too long. How the hell the woman has evaded our team for so long, I don't know. I can't tell you the exact moment when my mission to find her and bring her in became an obsession. It should come as no surprise that she's a master of evasion, considering her siblings are Simona and Wolf, two of the most skilled members of the Agile Security Rescue team. But the task of finding her became mine, and it's one I'm eager to complete for many, many reasons. A hint of fuel drifts into the narrow cockpit. The small plane begins to vibrate as the pilot revs the single engine. All three of the passenger seats are taken. An elderly man and his middle-aged son occupy the two back seats. At the next stop, they'll get off, and Erica will board. Today is the day I've been waiting for, patiently at first, fevered as of late. Quickly, the sun-weathered, ancient-looking pilot has us punching through the clouds. The elderly man in the seat behind me mutters in Spanish. He's a nervous flyer. Leaning against the window, I watch the thick green forest zipping by below, counting the minutes until I finally hear Erica's voice for the first time. Closing my eyes, I take a few breaths to center my focus and let the thrill invigorate my cells. Spanish words drift around me, but I don't bother to pay attention to at any level beyond knowing they're talking about the weather. It's not a long flight, but the rugged terrain and the dangerous inhabitants of the area below make the trek by road hazardous at best. When the plane begins to descend, a surge of adrenaline pulses through me. It's better and worse than a fresh dose of caffeine. This kind of energy is addictive. Ask me how I know. I've been steeped in it for more years than I can count. I don't plan on giving it up anytime soon. Far below us, a little airstrip sits in an open field. A mountain looms against it, but the small runway is tucked along its edge in the only flat spot for miles. And runway is a generous term. It's not much more than a swipe of dark green grass. No wonder we're in a small ass bush plane. These things can land in a billy goat's backyard. If you've got a good pilot, that is. Next to the airstrip is a sheet metal hut that's seen more years than it should. And beside that, standing in a sliver of shade, is a woman holding her hand up to block the sun. Blonde hair and long floral dress whipping in the wind. She tracks our landing. My gut tightens as my blood starts to hum. Fuck, it's really her. As the plane drops and drops, my heart rate climbs and climbs, incrementally going higher as we lose altitude. When our scrappy plane bounces on the grass, I laugh, sounding dangerously close to psychotic. The pilot mutters a prayer of thanks in Spanish, and I second his amen, only for a whole different reason. At long fucking last, let the games begin. And that is the first chapter of Clash Landing. You can find it on Amazon. Just search for Clash Landing and Jenna Gunn. Thanks so much. I look forward to reading you more first chapters soon.